on. All right, let's keep going. Let's do at least a couple more examples together. So I'm going to grab question 2. So question 2, I've got a reaction where it's all compounds. I don't have any elements. Everything actually has an amount for its heat of formation. Also notice I don't have any coefficients this time, so I'm not going to have to do any multiplying. So this one's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to do products minus reactants. So these are my products over here, right? They're going to go first. So I've got negative 8, I can make that look more like an 8, 60 plus negative 4, 9.8. Oh, we know what that says, right? So that's my products minus my reactants, which are going to come from over here. So I've got negative 157 plus negative 998.2. Okay, so let me get my calculator ready to go. So over here, 860, that is negative, plus 449.8, that is also negative. When I'm adding two negative numbers, I expect my answer to also be negative. So negative 1309.8 from my product side minus negative 157 plus negative 998.2. Again, I added two negative numbers, so it makes sense to me that my answer is also negative. Okay, so now I'm going to subtract these. Minus also another negative number. Okay, this is where, again, like I was saying, you've got to be really careful of these negative numbers. Make sure you don't leave any out. So I got a negative answer. Let's see, does this make sense? I had a larger negative number, minus a negative number that is a little smaller. So yeah, it makes sense to me that this answer would be negative also. All right, kilojoules are my units. Okay, I got a negative answer this time. Again, if we look back up at the top of your worksheet, it says exothermic reactions will have a negative delta H. So that means that this is an exothermic reaction. It's producing heat. All right, let's see, do I have time to do one more? I think I do. Okay. Yeah, I've got about 5 more minutes that'll let me record. So let's go ahead and do one more. Now, I feel like we can wait for this part about thermochemical reactions for when I get back. So let's skip number 3 for now. And let's go ahead and do number 4 together, and then you'll have 5, 6, I'm going to give you 7 and 8. You're going to have to balance them. Actually, let's do one of those that will have to be balanced. That way it'll make it a little easier for you here. Let's do number 8 together. All right, here we go. Oh, it needs to be balanced. Okay, so aluminum, I've got one over here. I've got one over here. Copper, I've got one over here. I've got one over here. That's fine. What's not fine is my chlorine. I've got 2 here and 3 here. So that's well, gonna have to be 3. That's gonna have to be a 2. So then to balance my aluminum, so that's got to be a 2, and that's got to be a 3. We can go back over balancing when I get back. So I'm gonna do products minus reactants. My products are over here, and I've got some coefficients now. So I've got 2 times negative 704.2 I need the other side of my parentheses there, minus my reactants. Oh, and copper is just going to be 0, and 3 times 0 is 0, so I'm not going to mess with that. My reactants, I've got 2 times aluminum will also be 0, 2 times 0 is 0, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to worry about this compound here. 3 times negative 220.1. Okay, let me plug these in my calculator. I've got 2 times 704.2 negative. Multiplying a positive number by a negative number is going to give you a negative number anytime. Make that 4 a little better. Okay. Minus 3 times negative 220.1. Okay, so I've got a large negative number minus a negative number that's a little smaller. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding. So I'm expecting my answer to still be negative number. Let's see. And if you don't remember these rules of how negative and positive numbers work with adding and subtracting and multiplying, it's okay. Just use your calculator. Just be very careful. So negative that minus negative 660.3. Yeah, I got about the size and sign number I expected. Kilojoules. Okay, again, I've got a negative answer. Remember, negative is going to mean exothermic. Okay, so back on here, you go ahead and you can skip number 3 for now. We'll talk about that when I get back tomorrow. Do number 4, number 5, number 6, number 8, we just did. Number 7, I'm just going to go ahead and help you balance it, and then you can finish it yourself. 2 FEs over here means that this is going to need a coefficient of 2, 3. Oh, I should have done that first. See, aren't you glad I'm doing this for you? So we're going to have 3 oxygens and 2 oxygens. Whenever it's 3 and 2, you got to get them both to 6. So that means I've got 4. All right, I balanced that for you now. Now you just need to find your total on each side and subtract products minus reactants. All right, have a fantastic day. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow.